The following organizations have provided funding for this Into the Outdoors television series.
Now, I want you to have fun at your new job. Don't forget sunscreen. Remember that you are surrounded by people who love you. So be safe, do your best, and I'll pick you up at 6. And Jane, do me a favor, be nice to your sister.
Okay. I love you too. And please do. I don't want to be here a minute longer than I have to. Hey, there's no loitering here, buddy. You better get back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of The Lamest Summer Ever. I'm your host, Becky, and I'd like you to meet my co-star, Jane, who, as you can tell, just got here and is already over it. Okay, that's enough. Let's watch and see if Jane can make it through her first day without losing her mind. You're ridiculous. She is ridiculous. We'll be right back after these messages. You realize this is gonna be a drag, right? Cleaning up after grumpy renters. Oh, come on. You're alive. And being alive is wonderful. Remember that fortune cookie you got that time? It said you like sunshine and fresh air, which is true. I do enjoy both of those things, and I appreciate your optimism, but nothing. You'll almost certainly survive this. And who knows, you might even learn something. Now come on. Ahoy there, reporting for duty. Permission to come aboard.
Welcome to Epic Soft.
Are you guys the new hires?
Yep, that's us. So how can we help?
So my name is Aiden, and this is my sister Eliana. And what we do is we just help people rent kayaks and paddleboards to everybody in Austin on Lake Travis.
They'll come in, you give them a nice hi, welcome in, and then you'll ask them what they're doing, check it off on the waiver, tell them to sign it for safety rules. And when they're ready, they hop on the board or kayak, whatever they're renting.
Yeah, so as far as safety goes, we require them to wear a life jacket.
PFD stands for Personal Flotation Device. If you were to fall in the water, they would float you back up so you don't drown. And they're very important because they save many people's lives.
Looks like we're on our own. Yeah, if anything's gonna get done around here, I think it's up to us. It's not just that. If anything goes wrong, it's on us. Right, so we make sure everyone is safe, we watch out for bad weather, and what else? Look at all this. People running around enjoying the beautiful day. Something's bound to go wrong. Yeah, and we're the only ones who can stop it. Maybe, but how do we even do that? Indeed! What can one do to stay safe on the water? Today, to interpret part-timers beat the odds to save lives. It's gonna be a non-stop thrill ride you won't want to miss. Seriously, where are we gonna get a crash course on recreational boating safety like now? We cannot have anyone hurting themselves or someone else on our watch. Leave that part up to me. You familiarize yourself with the gear, and I'll arrange for some on-the-job training. So your big plan is what exactly? Simple. What we need is an expert on the subject matter. Someone with real on-the-water experience, and I've got just the person. Or, well, amphibian. Amphibian? What are you talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to meet the one, the only, Jerry the Frog. Cute fanfare. You've got to be kidding me.
Did someone say expert? Because that's me, Jeremiah the Texas Bullfrog, ecological expert in the extraordinary.
Becky, can I talk to you over here for a second? You said subject matter expert. That's a talking frog. Absolutely. You can't put a talking frog in your movie. Isn't that some kind of copyright violation? Nope, this frog is non-union. He just wants us for his reel. I'm serious. You're not considering the licensing issues, Becky.
I'm as free as the water in that lake, young lady. And I signed the release.
See, he signed the release. For our next segment, we're joined by water enthusiast and area native, Jeremiah Frog. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We're trying to figure out how to keep everyone and everything safe out here in your neck of the woods. Yeah, and we've got a kayaker showing up any minute, so got any advice?
Oh, you bet I do. Lesson 1, protect the locals, the wildlife, like me and my buddies. Kayaks are quiet, but paddlers still need to share the lake. That means staying in open water and steering clear of shallow areas where frogs, fish, and birds like to nest.
Got it. Stay out of the reeds, avoid shallow areas. Anything else?
Keep your gear clean. Kayakers sometimes carry hitchhikers, invasive plants, tiny critters, even harmful algae. If you don't clean and dry your kayak and paddles before and after you hit the water, you're basically giving those pests a free ride to the next stop.
Because we don't mess around with invasive species. Okay, so anything else?
Yep, lesson 3. Stay light and safe. Don't overload your kayak. It'll tip over faster than you could say. And your PFD, make sure it's snug and buckled. A loose one won't do you any good if you take a swim.
All right, that's actually pretty helpful. Thanks, Jeremiah.
Anytime. Now, go forth, young humans, and keep this lake hopping with life.
Thanks, Haas. You're a real pro. And here we have our next test subject, our next renter.
Hi.
Don't mind her. She's working on a documentary about how to be safe on the water. So, are you all set to head out?
Yeah, just getting my gear all ready.
That's good. Do you mind if we give you a quick safety rundown?
Go right ahead, that sounds great.
First, stick to open water and avoid shallow areas. Wildlife likes to nest in those spots, and we don't want to disturb them.
That makes sense.
Next, make sure your kayak and gear are clean and dry before and after you head out. It's the best way to prevent the spread of invasive species.
Definitely.
And finally, PFDs aren't optional. A snug fit is a safe fit. And remember, enjoy yourself but be safe, and keep an eye out for the things we talked about.
I'll try my best. Thank you for the tips.
No problem. Be safe and have fun. All right, I'll admit, asking a talking frog for help wasn't the worst idea. Told you, sometimes you just gotta think outside the pond.
Hey there, paddlers. Jeremiah the Texas Bullfrog here with a quick lesson on how to spot a nest. You see those reeds and shallow areas near the shore? That's prime real estate for frogs, birds, and even turtles. Keep your distance and paddle around these spots to avoid disturbing our families. Look out for floating plants, clusters of sticks, or birds hanging out. Those are usually signs you're near a nest. And remember, the lake is big enough for all of us, so give wildlife plenty of space to thrive. Stay safe, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the water.
What's with all the gear? Well, at the last minute and at great expense, I have arranged with an exclusive interview with a pair of actual experts in water safety. Put these on. And to do that, you have to submerge your awesome new camera. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? Ridiculous or revolutionary? You're about to witness history. Ready to meet the stars of the show? If it's another talking frog, I'm going to be very cross with you.
All right, are we rolling? Hey, I'm ready for my close-up.
Watch out. I heard the camera adds 10 pounds.
Hey, can you put that skinny filter lens on that camera?
Listen, I'll take the 10 pounds. Look like a snack. Get it?
Yeah, lunch is more like it.
Revolutionary? I've got friends in low places.
Eyes up, tenderfoots. Here's the deal. Invasive species, plants, critters, algae, you name it. If they don't belong here, they mess up everything.
Like the zebra mussels that latch on the boat, docks, and even rocks. And once they're here, good luck getting rid of them.
Or sea lamprey. They attach to fish like parasites and suck the life out of them. Literally.
And don't forget our buddies, the walleye and northern pike. Sure, they're fun to catch, but in some areas, they're considered invasive and can take over their ecosystem.
And plants can be just as bad. Milfoil grows so fast it chokes out native plants, leaving fish like us without places to hide. And then there's curly leaf pondweed, dead mats that block sunlight and kill off the plants we actually need.
Not to mention the algae blooms, like blue-green algae. When it gets out of control, it can make the water toxic for everyone.
So what's the solution?
Easy. Clean, drain, and dry. Every time. Boats, paddles, gear. If it touches the water, it needs to have a once-over rinse before it goes anywhere else.
And don't forget to check those hidden spots, like the underside of your boat or between your paddles. Invasive species are sneaky like that.
It's situational awareness. That's the name of the game. You have to know what's happening around you. The plants, the water, and even the animals.
Got it. Clean, drain, and dry. Every time. And situational awareness. Is there anything else we should watch for?
If you see any weird plants or critters while you're in the water, report them. Don't just pull them out and leave them. Let the pros handle it.
And here's the thing. If everyone did their part, the impact would be huge. No more milfoil tangling up propellers, no more zebra mussels wrecking docks, and no more lampreys ruining fishy social lives.
Keeping a lake healthy helps everyone. A clean lake means better fishing, safer swimming, and happier wildlife.
That was actually helpful. Told you. Revolutionary. And here we have our next adventure enthusiast.
That's me. Ready to hit the water.
Awesome. Before you go, can we give you a quick safety rundown on how to keep the lake safe?
Yeah, sure, hit me.
First up, stay out of shallow areas. You don't want to turn up sediment or disturb any wildlife.
Okay, got it. Anything else?
Clean, drain, and dry every time. After you're done, check your PWC for plants, mud, or anything else that might hitch a ride. Keep an eye out for anything unusual, like weird plants or algae. If you see something, report it.
Wait, what kind of weird plants?
Things like thick mats of milfoil or strange clumps of algae. If you're not sure, snap a picture and let someone at the marina know. Oh, remember your situational awareness.
Wait, what's that?
Situational awareness means keeping track of what's going on around you. Other boats, swimmers, obstacles in the water. Always know what's ahead, behind, and beside you.
Okay, so stay alert. Is there anything else?
Oh, and watch your speed. PWCs are fast, but going too fast around other boats or people can be dangerous. Keep a safe distance from everything around you.
So what's a safe distance?
At least 100 feet from other boats and swimmers. You need room to stop or turn if something unexpected happens. And remember, collisions are the biggest danger on the water. So stay aware of the other boats, especially their blind spots, and never assume they can see you. Oh, and always use your engine cutoff switch. It'll stop the PWC if you fall off so it doesn't keep going without you.
All right, that makes sense. Thanks for the tips.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fish Eye News, your top source for everything underwater. Today's topic, speedboats. They're basically the worst.
That's right, speedboats. Fast, flashy, and full of chaos. But up for us fish, it's like living under a racetrack.
Picture this. A speedboat zooms by, and suddenly the water's a whirlpool. Nesting areas destroyed. Plants ripped to shreds. But hey, we get it. Speedboats can be fun.
With great speed comes great responsibility. First, slow down in slow areas. Give us wildlife a break.
Just imagine how we feel dodging propellers down here. And second, collisions.
Did you know that operator carelessness is the #1 cause of recreational boating accidents?
That's why situational awareness is so important. You have to know what's going on around you at all times. Other boats, swimmers, and underwater hazards.
And here's a tip. Speed is only fun if it's safe. So keep your distance from other watercraft. Stay in control and always follow the rules of the water.
Finally, don't forget to check your speed zones. There are areas you're supposed to slow down for a reason. These zones protect nesting areas, swimmers, and us fish.
Bottom line, the lake's big enough for all of us if we're careful.
Did they just hijack the show? Honestly, I'm okay with it. It's getting on to afternoon, and we've got bigger fish to fry. Come on. Out! Ouch! Too soon! This is going better than I thought it would. Like, we might actually be making all this safer. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. Maybe we really are helping. And I know someone who might know for sure. Is this someone an animal, mineral, or vegetable? Jane, if you know anything about me, then you know that I commune with all the creatures of the land, sea, and air. Correctamundo. Jane, meet our next safety expert.
Hey, you two. I've been watching these waters here for years. I've seen it all. The good, the bad, and the downright dangerous. And I gotta say, you kids are starting to make a real difference out here.
Thanks. We've been trying to learn and share as much as we can. So, do you happen to have any pointers? We've got a family about to rent the pontoon boat, and we'd love to make sure everything's safe.
Perfect timing. I've got a lot to share. Let's start with weather preparedness. Always check the weather forecast before heading out. Look for updates throughout the day. Weather can change fast out here.
What's the first sign of trouble we should watch for?
Darkening clouds, sudden changes in wind direction, or the temperature dropping quickly. These are nature's warning signs. If you see them, it's time to head to shore.
What if someone doesn't have enough time to make it back to shore before the weather gets worse?
Well, that's when preparation saves lives. Always have a float plan. Let someone know when you're going and when you'll be back. And keep a charged radio or phone handy. A distress call can make all the difference.
What about safety equipment?
PFDs for everyone. A whistle, horn, flares, flashlight, and a basic first aid kit. Oh, and don't forget a waterproof map of the area. Technology's great, but it can fail.
Got it. So, plan ahead, stay aware, and have the right tools.
Exactly.
What about navigating safely around all these other boats?
Navigation. The heart of safe boating. Let's start with buoys and markers. Red buoys mark the right side of the channel when you're returning to shore. Green buoys mark the left. Remember, red, right, returning.
What about all the other markers, like those yellow ones?
Good question. Yellow buoys often mark special zones, like swimming areas or no wake zones. Always read the signs or symbols on them. They're here to keep everyone safe.
Right-of-way rules. Those seem tricky.
Not as tricky as they sound. Powerboats give way to sailboats. When two powerboats meet head-on, both steer to the right. And if you're overtaking another boat, it's your job to pass safely.
What about kayaks or paddleboards?
Well, they may be smaller and slower, but on the water, every vessel shares responsibility for safety. Always stay aware. Give them plenty of space. Be prepared to adjust your course when necessary. And speaking of space, always maintain a safe distance from other boats. Crowded waters can get dangerous fast.
Any tips for dealing with wake?
Remember to slow down when you're near smaller vessels or docks. Large wakes can be disruptive, even damaging. Be mindful of your speed, especially in busy areas.
So it's all about awareness of your surroundings, your speed, and the other boats.
Exactly. Boating's like a dance. If everyone knows their steps, no one steps on anyone else's toes.
Hey there, recreational boating enthusiasts. Today, we're talking about something that could save your life out on the water. A boating emergency kit. That's right. Whether you're out for a quick ride or an all-day adventure, having the right gear on hand makes all the difference. And to help us examine this array of water-related goodies is Captain of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla 75. Welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here. My name is B.H. Galwan. I'm the flotilla commander of the local unit here in Austin of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. Coast Guard Auxiliary supports the U.S. Coast Guard in recreational boating safety, which is why we're here today.
Let's get started. First off, make sure everyone on board has a PFD that fits properly. And no, tossing it in the back of the boat doesn't count. You have to wear it. Bonus points if it's a cool color. Safety and style, that's a win-win.
Speaking of style, we have a variety of PFDs that we can use. This one is designed to be worn with a kayak, so it's much more comfortable to wear when you're sitting down. We also have some PFDs that can be worn around your waist, so if you're doing any stand-up paddleboarding, it's much easier and more comfortable to wear.
Next, a whistle or air horn. It's not just for fun, it's how to get attention if you're in trouble.
So we have an air horn right here, very loud, because it's only for emergencies, but a better way to carry something that can produce sound and draw attention is a whistle that you can attach to your PFD.
Speaking of attention, flares are another must-have. These help rescuers spot you, especially at night.
So we're switching away from the pyrotechnic flares to the electronic versions. These last longer, they're brighter, they can be seen for a longer distance, and you don't have to worry about burning yourself.
Next, you'll want to bring a waterproof flashlight, perfect for signaling or just finding your way around after dark. Oh, and always pack extra batteries.
Flashlights are important, so you should always carry one with you, whether you can wear it on yourself or put it in your pocket.
This one's a no-brainer, a first aid kit. Even small cuts and scrapes can be a big deal if you're far from shore. And here's a pro tip, pack some waterproof bandages. They stay on even if you get wet.
We have a first aid kit here. It contains the waterproof bandages that you were talking about, but you also want to carry things like sunscreen cream and some tourniquets and things that can help with major bleeding in case you get hooked by a fish hook or cut by the propeller blade. So this is a portable marine radio. It functions both as a radio and GPS device, but more importantly, you don't know the cell phone of the person that's right next to you. So a radio allows you to communicate and ask for help for anybody that's around you. It has both your latitude, your longitude, and then it can function as an emergency radio.
This is your best way to call for help if your phone isn't working. Make sure your boat has one equipped or bring one with you.
So an EPIRB is an emergency device that signals what your location is. They're called personal locator beacons. You deploy your antenna and it transmits a signal up to a satellite. Satellite lets somebody know that you're in distress and tells you exactly where you are.
Speaking of phones, always bring a fully charged one and maybe a portable charger, just in case. Are we forgetting anything? You'll want to bring a waterproof map. GPS devices are awesome, but what if your phone dies or your signal drops? This is your backup.
So one thing that you can do is if you do get lost and your GPS isn't working or your cell phone is down, is to have a map of the area that you plan to be at. If you have a map, you know where you're going, you know what you're to look for, you can look for important landmarks to navigate. A compass will help you tell which direction you're going. So if you're heading north on the river, south on the river, east on the lake, west on the lake, it'll help you know where you're at. And more importantly, if you need to tell somebody where you're at, how to find you. So one of the things that you talked about is being able to be seen and heard. So a signaling mirror allows you to be seen. You can use it to catch the sunlight and get the attention of any boat or plane that may be looking for you. You want to have it attached to your PFD so it doesn't fall out of your pocket. Same thing with a whistling device. It allows you to be seen and heard, which is important when you're trying to be rescued. The most important thing though is to file a float plan. A float plan is just a way of telling somebody where you're going to be and when you're going to be back so they know when you've gone too long and when they can send out rescue. It's always important to carry enough food and water with you because you never know how long you could be out in an emergency. So generally at least 1 day's worth of water. You should always plan for the worst, protect yourself from the elements. So if it's cold, make sure you bring extra layers. If it's hot, wear a hat. If you're expecting any rain, raincoat.
And there you have it, your ultimate boating emergency kit. Pack these items and you'll be ready for just about anything. Stay safe out there and we'll see you on the water. Welcome, ready for a day out on the water?
Absolutely. I have my RBS certification, so I know my way around a boat.
That's great to hear. Let's do a quick safety rundown just to make sure everything's covered. First, make sure everyone keeps their PFDs on at all times while on the boat.
Oh, no problem. Safety first.
Also, keep an eye on your speed, especially near other boats and in no-wake zones. And stay at least 100 feet away from all other watercraft and swimmers. If you see any buoys or markers, pay attention to what they're telling you. They're there to keep everyone safe.
Got it. Anything else?
Keep an eye on the weather. If you see dark clouds rolling in, head back to shore right away.
What if a boat starts coming right towards us?
That's a great question. If you see another boat coming towards you, both boats should steer to the right to avoid collision. And if you're not sure what the other person is doing, slow down and let them pass.
Oh, that's very helpful. I never knew what to do in a tight spot.
Glad we could help. One more tip, always keep a good lookout. It's called being the designated watcher, and it makes a big difference in preventing accidents.
Oh, I'll take on that role. I'll make sure we know everything going on around us.
Perfect, and don't forget, have fun out there.
Hey guys, how was your first day?
Everything's fine. We got it all under control. Actually, we kept everyone safe, gave out solid safety rundowns, and made sure nobody sank anything. I think we nailed it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we take safety seriously around here. You guys are gonna fit in great.
You got it, boss. You know, I thought this was gonna be the most boring, pointless job ever. And now I get it. It's not just about handing out PFDs or explaining rules. It's making sure people get to enjoy their time out here and stay safe doing it. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. We actually made a difference. And it feels good, you know? I'm actually looking forward to the rest of the summer. Told you, by the end of this, we'll be running the place ourselves. Let's just take it one day at a time.
The following organizations have provided funding for this Into the Outdoors television series.